Shook on the beat. Check it.
Welcome, my friends, to another video of the real Shook one. Yeah, so we were talking about our 10 lessons we want to implement in our lives so that we will be more successful in whatever we do. And the topic of today is momentum. So I don't know if you ever heard of that word momentum. I use that word a lot when I was playing FIFA. I remember that. I think that was the first time I ever heard of that word, because in FIFA, I mean the video game, we always use it as an excuse when your opponent has like a good run of scoring goals, and that's when we say, yes, momentum, and the game wants to fuck with us and stuff. But I today I know that momentum has a lot more meaning than just for that game. How do we describe momentum? Momentum, if we for example think about a train, big train, like really heavy train. If this train is starting to roll and this train is gaining speed, at some point it will have enough speed that not even a brick wall will stop the train. The train will go through anything. And that's how momentum works. If we if we start with something that we want to do, and it could be something really difficult, we have to build momentum for that thing, because momentum is bringing us more and more energy as we go, and momentum helps us to not stop doing that thing with the first problem that comes with it. So a train will not stop because of a little stone on the road, and it will keep on going because it has that speed on it already. It has that speed, and to start that train, it's a lot more difficult, because a train is a really heavy thing. Let's use a plane, for example. If you want to get that plane into the air, it's, it's going to need a lot of energy and a lot of fuel and a lot of speed to get it into the air. The energy we need at the beginning is so much more higher than the energy that we need to keep that plane flying through the air. So a lot of energy in the beginning and less energy as we go. So the plane kinda keeps on going by itself. Of course, we can't turn off the engines just because we are in the air. Like, if we do that, the plane crashes. And so we still have to give that energy as we go, but the energy we give is a lot less than we need in the beginning. So if we take that to our lives, the energy we need to start with something is a lot. So the one word we need is discipline. If we want to start with something, we need a lot of discipline. Motivation starts us, discipline keeps us going. If we go back to the train or to the plane, doesn't matter. They will not move unless we give them our 100% in the beginning. If we try to give them 50%, 60% of our strength because we think, okay, I want to start this train, but I don't want to give it all, so I have some more energy later on. The train will not move. So if we say, all right, we'll use half our energy to get half of the outcomes, that's not how it works. If we give half our energy, we will have no outcome. We have to give it our 100% in the beginning to get the outcome we want. If we give it half our strength to get the train going, it will not move anywhere. We have to give it our full attention and energy in the beginning to give the train the speed that it needs to go through anything. What I just said is the 50%. When people say, so I will try and go to the gym, I will try and read this book, I will try to go running in the morning. So when people say that, I want to try and do something, it's just, if you say you want to try and do something, you actually mean, I hope something happens that I am not able to do that thing. I hope something gets in between the thing I'm trying to do. So if something comes in between it, I'm happy because I don't have to do it because I was just trying. So if something happens in between, I'm like, okay, I couldn't go, but I tried, I tried. So either you go or you don't go. Either when you say, I'm trying to stand up, that's not possible. How do you want to try and stand up? Either you stand up or you stay down and sit. There's no in between. So that's what I mean when I say giving the 50% in the beginning doesn't work. You have to give it the 100% so the momentum comes with it. We have to be careful. We have to be careful also with momentum because and everything gets influenced for our momentum. Everything influences our momentum. So you can have a good momentum, a positive momentum. You can also have some negative momentum. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, you wake up in the morning. To build up good momentum is to stand up immediately, go do your morning routine, make your coffee, do your stuff, do your work. Bad momentum could be you wake up in the morning, you keep laying in bed, you scroll on your phone, you wake up and everything goes slow, you don't really get to the thing you want to do. This like building bad habits, it's building a bad momentum, is keep being stuck in this downward spiral. So it can be your upward spiral or in the contrary, your downward spiral. So there's good and bad momentum, and everything you do on your daily life influences your momentum. So be careful even with the smallest things you do in your daily life. They will influence your momentum and they will influence the way and the speed you're going with towards your goal. So I said a key word, and that is goal. So we'll talk about goals later on, but just to give you a little idea. So the goal Our life is not about achieving goals. Our goal just gives us a direction. It's like a compass where we can go. If you just start running without even knowing where you're going, it will not make any sense, because you keep increasing your speed without knowing your destination. And a goal in your life gives you an orientation of where you have to go, so you can keep on increasing your speed towards that goal, and it will lead you actually somewhere. And the whole point of that goal is the experience between your point that you are right now in your life and that goal. So the road to that goal is the actual experience and the actual meaning and sense that it will give to your life. So that's what I mean when I say I'm talking about any goal you want to achieve. It's not, again, it's not about money, because I think we all get blinded about that idea of making money in some kind of way. Of course, it's important, and we will talk about money also. It's also some kind of energy flow. We should know how to manage our money, but it is not the ultimate goal to get some amount of money. It's just an aspect of some other big aspects in our life. So if we get back to our main topic, momentum. So it's important to think about, so a lot of people say when they are doing some kind of business, or I don't know what, social media or something like that, they say, you need a strategy, you need your content strategy, you need your business strategy. And I mean, even today, I'm not really sure what they mean by that. Of course, I can think about what they mean when they say strategy, but I haven't experienced myself planning out a strategy for something, except for a game or something like that. But if you say content strategy, I haven't really thought about making a content strategy. And that's one thing that comes with momentum, because momentum, in the beginning, you don't really know what content strategy, what that even means. How can I even put that up? Like, how do I do that? But now, if you gain momentum, the strategies, they keep coming to you, the ideas, they keep coming to you. It's like, if you gain momentum, the energy also comes with it, and the ideas, the inspiration, the strategies, they come with the momentum. That's also a point to consider, why you should build up your momentum immediately if you want to start with something. Immediately build up momentum if you want to start something new. It's the most important. And how do I do that? There are 3 phases. Phase number 1 is about 3 to 6 weeks long. It's about motivation, firstly, and less importantly, but most importantly, it's about discipline. The first phase, the first 3 to 6 weeks, is about having the discipline to do that thing you want to do or you don't want to do. You do that thing that you want to be successful in. That's the first phase. If you successfully got into that 6 weeks of doing that thing, you woke up every morning and you went on the run. You did that for 6 weeks straight, and it was a hassle. It was dark and cold, waking up, going for a run. You don't want to do it, but you had the discipline to do it. And now you reached phase 2. That's where the momentum jumps in. So now you wake up, in some kind of way, it happens all by itself. So you wake up, put on your shoes, you just go without even thinking, without even bringing on that energy that it needed for the first 6 weeks. That's how you build momentum already. And the third phase is when you start having fun doing the run in the morning. So you had to have the discipline in the beginning. 6 weeks later, you build up that momentum. And after that, you even get to have fun with it. And I think that's the most amazing and most rewarding thing that could happen to you when you start to do something that you don't really want to do. And that's the long-term reward that comes with doing that thing. So you build up that momentum. You pushed away the short-term, the instant pleasures to do that thing, and you gained a habit, you gained a new hobby, you gained so much fun with doing a new thing, and it gives you so much more back. Gives you health. So if we think about that run, gives you health. It gives you a nice snatched body. It gives you a good heart. It gives you strength. Gives you discipline. It gives you mental strength. Gives you so much. And just because you did that first phase successfully and build up that momentum. And when you get that momentum, it just goes. It just goes, my guys. It just goes. The train is running. The plane is in the air. You don't have to even think about it anymore. You just give it a little energy and it flies. Just give a little energy and it's rolling, still rolling. And that's how momentum works, my guys. So the successful people, they will, if they want to do something, they will immediately and firstly and most importantly work on their momentum, because they know that their momentum keeps them ongoing and getting where they want to be. Momentum is the most efficient way of getting to your goal and being successful in whatever you want. And it needs, firstly, most importantly, it needs discipline in the beginning. Discipline, most important. And one important thing that you should also keep in mind, and it is very important, you should not get too upset with the results in that first phase, because the results will be almost not there. They will not be seeable, so you will not see the results you maybe want to have. And that is not bad. That is not a bad thing, because the results, they come in the momentum, in the happy phase, in the second and in the third phase. So you have to ignore the results in the first phase. You don't even look at the results, you just do the thing. You don't even think about the results. And then you get to the second phase, to the momentum, and the third phase, to the fun, and the results, they will come by itself. That's also a really important thing to keep in mind. Don't look at the results in the first phase. Really important. And yes, my guys, so that's a little talk on momentum, a really important thing right now for me. Also a thing, I think I'm also in some kind of momentum phase right now. And I can feel the momentum. I can feel how the energy is just flowing, how my results also are coming in, how what I do is some kind of effortless, and it still like works how I do it, and I have also really much fun with what I'm doing, and that's why I want to talk about this topic, because it really like is how I say it, and I experience it how I say it. I just talk about things that I think and I know are also working in the real life, and that I experience also by myself. So everything I talk about is for me to keep in mind, to strengthen that skill or that thing I talked about. And it is also for the guys, for the people who are listening, so that it will help you in some kind of way. And maybe you see through me how the thing I'm talking about is working or could work for you. Thank you, my friends, for watching the video right now. And I really appreciate you watching until this point. And I hope you got something interesting out of this video. And even if it's just like a word I said or something like that that inspired you, it's a big dub for me. So a little inspiration spark going through the camera to you is a big dub for me. So let that sit into the comments, and you can also message me or talk to me if you got that spark, and that will make me really happy. And yeah, we will see you next time, my friends. Shook out.
Sitze on der Floor, bin bewusst, bau mir ein imaginäres Vor, bin verschluckt, schweife ab, Memories rücken vor, greife zum Phone, setze die Zeitmaschine über die Ohren, bin zwar home, aber auch irgendwie verloren.